So, hi Najim. We will start from your introduction, what you are doing, how you have selected that course, or what you are doing in Australia first.
So coming to Australia. So Australia I had like a few universities shortlisted. So in Australia there's a brand called the Group of Eight. So it basically has like eight kind of top universities in Australia. It includes like Monash University, the University of Sydney, Uni Melbourne, UNSW. But after going through the course of things and the program structure, the best that suited for me was Monash. And since it's ranked in the top 50, which was recently achieved by Monash. So in the world, as per the QS rankings, I decided to go with Monash University because the kind of program structure and since it is a collaborated course with CFA, and my future plan is to become a CFA holder. But for now, yeah, so that's the main reason. Like I chose Monash University since it offered this advanced finance program. It also had like banking finance, which is subsequently less challenging compared to the advanced finance course. But since I had already a background in finance in my bachelor's, I decided to take the advanced finance course. Uh,
But one question which we always get from our student, that what are the top universities in Australia, or what are the top courses in Australia which usually students pursue. So, what will you say in this?
So basically, it depends upon the student's mindset as well. If students are planning to settle down in Australia, then they will choose courses that have a direct path to PR, and it depends like on what their budget is. That's the most important thing. Some people just look at the rankings of the university. Some look at the region because region adds you that gives you that additional points to get PR. So basically, if you're studying in a region like Perth, etc., you will get additional 15 to 20 points. Whereas when you study in Melbourne, Sydney, these are all like big cities, so you won't get that regional basis points. So that's a disadvantage. But at the same time, it depends upon the student's budget. Like the top eight universities budget is approximately around 100,000 for 2 year course for 2 years master's program. But looking at like the current situation, a lot of universities are inviting students, are giving them scholarships. So yeah, based on that, I guess we are able to handle that well. And right now, since Australia is like fighting for the top spot for the highest minimum wages, recently the minimum wage was also increased. So people are taking that chance to come and work. But again, it narrows down to two aspects: whether you want to settle down in Australia,
Okay.
post your studies, or whether you want to get your knowledge that you have gained from Australia and come back to India and use that knowledge. So if you are looking to settle down, so I would suggest students to take something in IT, take something in what do you say, the business analytic course, because these all have direct access to PR. In fact, I was shocked that uh, there's direct PR for students who pursue masters in culinary arts, whereas you don't have that in like if you're going in finance at all. Unless you get that specific kind of job, like there's a list that is updated every year from the Australian government as to what kind of job will get you sponsorship for the PR. So that keeps getting updated. And yeah, as well as a masters of teaching, masters of nursing, extra. These all courses give you direct access to PR. So I would suggest students who want to like get settled in Australia,
Yes.
get their citizenship, get their PR, go for this course. If you have that background, obviously. If you don't have, I mean, it's obviously going to be a challenge because not many universities will just randomly select your application with when you have no background of it. So yeah, based on that, and the other thing, if people want to like just use the knowledge back in India, then yeah, there are plenty of courses, the kind of diversified courses that they offer. Like every university, each university has their own set of courses. Like There's a separate course for design. There's a separate course for thinking. It's vast. I mean, you can't narrow it
Yes.
down to top 10 or top few. It's again, it depends on student to student on what they are looking to pursue.
Means as you talked about the expensive expenses in Australia. So what will you suggest on part-time job, or what expenses we should suggest to students?
See, again, it all comes down to your uh, what do you say that like whether you are looking to have fun, whether you are looking to go do work hard and then pay off the debt of whatever your
Yes.
parents had taken it for you, unless that you worked and then you are on your own money. So like you'll find a lot of people over there that enjoying partying.
Yes.
You'll get what do you say, like he's doing so much, but again it comes down to your control whether you can achieve that or not. So first few days, let's take an example of me as well. So when I landed in Feb, first few days, first few months, I would say, like first couple of months, whatever you buy, you would just compare it to convert it into the Indian rupees and just think, oh my God, this is freaking expensive.
Yes.
If you convert, and it will be very cheap. Yeah, but that's how you will actually save a lot over there.
Yes.
So it all comes down. I would say this was actually an advice by my cousin brother who had previously gone to Australia, that always do micro spending.
Okay.
Like there are plenty of supermarkets over there, multiple similar stores like that. Just compare where is cheap, because each and every dollar you, I mean, let's say if product A is priced at $10 in supermarket A, in the other supermarket it may have an offer on that product, and that offered product is at $7 or $6. So that way, if you buy it from the supermarket B, you are saving around $4, and $4 is a huge amount.
Yes.
Considering the amount of public transport cost over there, it's not easy just to go in and manage your expenses. At first, you'll have to get that in-hand experience. When you realize that what you're earning is exceeding than your expenses,
Okay.
that's when it will hit you that I need to start saving. So coming to the part-time job, uh, I guess when I went, it was not that hard for me. I mean, it was hard, but it took me around 2 to 2.5 weeks to get my first job.
Okay. What was
Yeah,
that job, if
yeah,
that's not personal?
almost 3 weeks to get my first job, and it was at a bakery.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you work in a corporate and you're going suddenly you're working at a bakery, you will feel that is this what I've come to do?
Okay.
But that's how you realize that not that's that every job is equal. Like whatever you do, you're earning for yourself.
Yes.
And when you have that mindset, no, you will not like compare this job is good, this job is bad. It will be difficult. I'm not saying that it will not be difficult, but yeah, I would say to students to be mentally prepared more than physically prepared. That's how, like, you will find a lot of people who are earning well, who are earning okay, and then you are in a situation that you're not earning at all.
Yes.
So yeah, so that way, uh, when you find people at the beginning, as I said, when you find the right set of people, right mindset people, your challenges, whatever is it, it will be easy for you.
Last question, not last question, but second last. That what three advice you will give to the students who want to pursue their career in Australia?
Okay, so three advices.
Yes.
Mm. So three advices to students there. Okay, so the first advice would be never forget uh, what I mean, never forget yourself, like what you wear in back at home, because once you go abroad and then come back again, that behavior is totally different.
Okay.
So that should never be forgotten. I have seen many of them like going to uh, abroad, I mean, studying over there, staying there for a long time, and when they come back to their hometown, their behavior, the way of presentation is totally different. I mean, you just have to be yourself. Like you don't have to change. Like no matter where you go, you shouldn't be over proud. I mean, you should be proud that you're studying over there, but when you come back, you should be uh, down to earth. Like I have gone because of my what parents helped me. We went there because of our parents. Unless you work on your own and then went, never forget your parents' hard work. That's what I would suggest, because they've done a lot for us, and it's time for us to do. You're going there, like that was why my mindset. Like consider thinking that going there, I will earn well, and whatever I'm earning will be for my parents post my studies. That's the mindset that I have. That would be the first advice. Never forget your home country. That's the first place, because from that's where you have learned everything and gone. And the second advice would be, not all classrooms have four walls. Like how it's in India, you're just confined to a one class.
Yes.
I've seen like many students just study. Back, I mean, in Australia, it's not like that. You are not given anything. You should do your research about everything on your own. The way you study, and not only studying, I mean, you should be like, you should take part in the extracurricular activities, whatever is done. Like taking from my experience, I was not into so much of extracurricular activities like Model United Nations, etc. But when I came over to when I went over to Australia, I like thought that this is not something that should be carried on.
Mm.
You have to come out of your cocoon and uh, participate in everything. In everything. That's what I would say. Whatever opportunity you get, just take it, because others will not be waiting for you to just pass on the opportunity to them, because they're just going to grab it. And third advice would be, yeah, I guess I will go with this. I just will say one thing, like keeping yourself happy. Uh, that's the most important thing, because keeping yourself happy, I consider that keeping myself happy is the most difficult thing in
Yes.
this world. So when you find the right set of people, and when you are getting that kind of happiness from people, you should focus more on that than the people those who are not giving you that happiness. And when you focus on the people that are giving you that kind of happiness, you will move on, instead of just focusing on the people that are pulling you down. So yeah, my final advice would be, no matter what happens, don't give up and just be happy, be positive. That's it.
This must really help students, right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
One question, one
Yeah.
more question is, what are the major difference between India education system and Australia education system, which you must have found?
Uh, I guess it's the encouragement. Like here, you hardly see. I mean, that's what I have noticed. Like people just give out your assignments, just do it. There, you have that, like after every assignment, you can go and just consult. Professors over there give you a certain set of time to come and meet
Okay.
them. So whatever it is, no matter it is your study related or your any, you can just go and talk it out with them, and they will encourage you. I guess that's what our Indian education system is lacking: the encouragement from our professors, the encouragement from our mentors, etc. And I guess the involvement as well, like the way you present yourself in the, I mean, the way you're teaching, that matters a lot. Because I've noticed in my bachelor's, teachers just come, just show PPTs and just go away. That's something like I can do that myself, man. Like you're just coming here to just read what you have just created in a PPT. But whereas in Australia, to demonstrate a certain example, I mean, I'm not talking about only Australia. I guess this is what it is compared to our Indian education system. Even if you go to other countries, uh, the teachers, like they actively encourage you for participation in us. I mean, the place that I'm studying, participation actually is a part of your examination. Like 10 or 20% will be added to your exams. Whereas in this thing, you just get attend. you just get marks for attendance, like 5 or 10 marks.
Yes.
Attendance, just come in, just sit in your class, no matter what you do, you will just get that 5%. But whereas here, attendance is not considered. No matter what, they don't bother whether you're attending or not. They just care that when you are in class, you need to participate, and that carries marks. Like in this semester, like I am doing a fintech course. In that, 20 or 10% adds to my participation. Like the final grade that I get, 10% is my participation, and that participation not like answering one or two. It's the active in, like there's a separate I would say invigilator who is just looking whether you're participating or not, whether it is online or whether it is offline. He will just take a note down of what's going on, whether you're participating or not. And when you participate, no, you will get that kind of confidence that what I'm doing is what I'm learning, not that what you're doing just writing in assignments and going off. So that will help. I guess that's what lacking in Indian education system.
Means in a nutshell, they just work on overall personality development, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I must say I've got so
That's
much information from you. These were the major questions from the students which we get. So thank you so much,
yeah.
Nazim, for coming in our podcast. This was our
No problem.
first podcast, but it was too good, as much as I expected from that. But it was really good. So I must
Thank you.
say,
Thank you.
all the best for your future. Whatever you are doing,
Thank
you
you.
have so much information, so much knowledge, or
Yeah.
so much passion about the things you are doing, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
must say,
that's the thing. Like, if you have passion, whatever challenges come to you, like you will just overachieve those challenges and
yes.
move on. Yeah.
So we just say all the best for your future. Thank you for coming in our podcast. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Neeraj. Thanks for this lovely opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we